Radio.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
We would be honored if you would join us.
All right, that music means it's another Thursday night here on sci-fi.radio, sci-fi for your Wi-Fi, or on Twitch, or on Facebook, or on YouTube, wherever you happen to be seeing us. We are Docking Bay 94, Season 14, Episode 35, if you're interested. I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
This is Jeff Donoho.
I'm Colleen Kaylee Crosby.
And glad to have all here hanging out with us. And Alan is first in on the chat from Facebook. Not too shabby.
Hi, Alan.
Yeah, I hope everybody has had a good week.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for all my various links to catch up to where we are.
Oh, cool. Lori has popped up. Talon Thorn. Cropping in. Yeah, it's doing okay. Colleen and I have been nursing a weird headache all week. Is yours finally gone, Colleen?
Mostly.
We kind of feel like we've been underwater.
I still feel dizzy and weird.
Well, I mean, that's kind of normal.
Smarty.
We're always dizzy and weird. All right. So what's up, all?
I mean...
Yeah,
it's been a week.
yeah.
And, I don't know. The Lady A 1066 is here.
Matthew Tillard popped in on YouTube.
Awesome.
Hey, Cece's on board. Hey.
Wow.
And
hi,
Sam.
Cece. Hey, Kelly.
Cool.
While Cece is here, I need to say, so Cece sent me a book that was the 1950s era souvenir book of Disneyland. And it has all the pictures of the early park. And she was going through some stuff. She found it and she sent it to us. I haven't finished this up yet, but I took it to the park and I tried to recreate
The photos?
70 years later, the photos that are in this book.
How fun is that?
Because it was so cool. She was so sweet to send it to us. And so eventually I will put up a photo album of all of these things. I'm trying to match things exactly. So like I walked through the gate and lined up the train station the way it is in the book with the book in front of it. It was really cool.
Okay.
So it's taking a bit of editing, and there's a lot of other projects kind of going on that I have to do. But while Cece was here, I thought I would bring it up because she was the inspiration for doing that. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really cool.
She says, wow, that's great.
Neat. Eric is here.
Tilly suggests that we could have earaches, but it's not. It's not in the same part of our heads.
No, it's like for me, it's in the front.
For me, it's in the back.
Oh, it's like I have a giant vice on the front of my
Clunked our
my
heads
head.
together is what it is.
Right. That's it. As if
Did we say hello to Eric?
writing. Yes.
Okay.
But we did not give best wishes out to Liz.
Liz, continue to heal.
Yes.
Get better.
Totally.
All right.
Do it.
Oh, let's see. I went to something at the absolute last minute at Disneyland. I went to Adventurland Day. It's so I couldn't get a reservation, and I waited up until midnight of the Saturday because the day was Sunday. And so I waited up until that night, and then when the reservations reset, and there were reservations, I made one. Colleen had plans for that day, so I thought, okay, well, I'll go to Adventureland Day. But it was going to be crazy hot. So I didn't want to wear Indiana Jones, the heavy leather jacket. I didn't want to wear my steampunk gear, which also has a very heavy coat that goes with it. It's an oilskin drover's coat, which doesn't exactly breathe. So I ended up doing Henry Jones Sr. I did Indy's dad.
Yeah.
Which was, pretty fun. And still a little bit warm, but at least it was one of those things that I could take my jacket off and people would know, like, who I was still.
Yeah.
Which was really good. So I didn't take many pictures, and I haven't seen a ton of pictures. A lot of people took video, but I haven't seen a ton of pictures from the event. But I did get some quality porch time, which was good. I haven't been on the porch since they put up the Historical Society plaque for Frank. Frank is sort of the original porch potato. He was there every morning until about noon, and he would just sit on the porch. That was his thing. He'd come to Disneyland and sit right there.
You got to sit on the porch in Hong Kong or Shanghai?
It was Hong Kong. And I did. So when they placed this plaque in California, I got to sit on the bench in Hong Kong, and we sort of like did opposite sides of the world, which was very cool. So the quote here is, "Every day is my best day," which was a Frankism. And so it was just kind of nice that they sort of acknowledged him in a sly kind of way. And so yeah, this is me as Henry.
Let's say hello to Mela and
Where did
Dawn and Vicky.
There we go. Ah.
Yay.
Lori wants to know if you can do
Hello, buddy.
Sean Connery's accent.
I have some experience with Sean Connery, and I can pull it off if I focus on it.
And it's Sean Connery's actually really tough because you don't want to go nuts with it.
You don't want to sit there and go completely crazy with Sean Connery,
because it gets really weird. But
there's kind of a way you can do it low key that sounds pretty good.
So it's not too bad. But so I did the accent the whole day in the park, of course, which was fun.
Yeah, just use SH for all the S's.
Right. And you get to harass all the juniors, which was really fun.
Yeah.
So basically any guy dressed as Indy, of which there were like 100. You like walk up and Junior, start in on that guy. These were our friends Alden and Lori. They came dressed as adventurers, and
Nice.
we're looking quite good. I found a few different dads there as time went on.
Of course.
Our first picture was in Adventurland, and our second picture was at the flagpole by the train station. And so I picked up an additional dad over here, which was pretty funny. Actually, it's one of us looks like the other guy's stunt double. We're like the same height, and it's really funny. He's got a better suit than I do. But and I didn't see our usual dad. There's a guy who usually shows up for all of this, and I did not see him. And the joke was for this is that we want to get one more Henry, and the way Main Street has the barbershop quartet, which are known as the Dapper Dans, we want to do the Dapper Dads, which I think would be very funny. Anyway, that was a pretty good good thing. We went on a couple of rides. I just liked this picture of the goat because I managed to catch a picture of the goat. Yeah, somebody came as Sala, and so let me run down my day here a little bit for you, where since I made my reservation last minute, I knew I wasn't going to get up early and go to the rope drop because I was up till like 2. I had to fix my bag, my satchel. The handle broke, and I stayed up till about 2 in the morning fixing the handle on the satchel. I did a real kind of half-assed job, but it lasted the entire day, so at least it worked. And I got to Disneyland. There was a bit of a line. The traffic, the parking was really jammed tight, so I ended up damaging my bag when I pulled it out of my car because I couldn't open my doors all the way on either side of my car because both people jammed me in, which was really terrible. And so I kind of have to go back and fix my satchel again because I broke it getting out of the car with that and the umbrella. And then I go down. Security was great. Had no problem with security. Made it onto the tram and joked around with some indies who were on the tram. And then got to the front gate. And I scanned my pass. And they're like, oh, your reservation is at California Adventure. And I went, what? No, I never make a reservation for California Adventure. They're like, no, it's for California Adventure. I'm like, ugh. So I ran over to California Adventure, went in, went out, and then ran back. And they're like, you can't come in. And I'm like,
you can't come in.
I have a, I have a picture in like 5 minutes. And they're like, sorry, no, you can't come in. You have to go over there until 11 o'clock. Picture, of course, was at 10 in Adventureland.
Okay. Yeah.
And I thought, well, all right. Can I talk to a manager? So they go get me a manager. And I said, look, I have obviously made a reservation for the wrong park. My wife usually makes the reservations, and I must have done something dumb. And so I'll tell you what. And she's like, well, we can't let you in. If this were like next week or the week after, when we finally get rid of these time limitations, we could let you in and it would be no problem. And I looked at my phone and I said, look, there are reservations for Disneyland right now here. Can I cancel my reservation and make a new one? She's like, no. I said, okay.
Because if you canceled it, you'll get dinged.
Right. And so I, although even though I'd already been into the park.
Right.
And so I
Yeah.
said, well, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If you go look at my record and you look at my history of reservations, if you can find one other than today that has been made for DCA first in the many years that I've had a pass, I will go back over there and I will sit on my can and I will hang out at DCA till 11. But if you don't see any and you can see that I've made a mistake, see if you can give me a pass and let me in. And so she went away. She comes back. She's like, yeah, I looked at your record. You have never made a starting reservation at DCA. It's obviously a mistake. I will this one time give you a pass to let you in. And so she did. So she let me in. And I ran to Adventureland, found a bunch of short people, got in the picture with a bunch of short people. And then Sala showed up. And Sala's a nice guy, don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
he's a big guy. He was about a foot taller than the rest of us. And he was about a foot and a half wider than the rest of us. And he was kind of a wall. And so the rest of us short people just looked at each other like, oh, I guess we'll just look at the picture. We'll find him and go, we're behind that dude. And so that was that. Yeah. Hung out with some people. I met some really nice people who wanted to we were talking about costumes, and they showed me that they were making Muppets, and they're trying to do an entry for one of the upcoming conventions that is Muppet related. And so she just made a Kermit. She was making a Piggy. She's got patterns and things like that. And I said, well, hey, we're doing this Muppet car project. How do you do you take commissions? And she's like, no, I have so many of my own projects to do that I won't even. And I'm like, okay, well, how about workshops? Would you do a workshop where people come and work with you to make puppets and benefit from your experience there while you also are making puppets? And she's like, oh, I would totally do that. So that might be a nice option. And they're very excited about the Muppet car. We exchanged information. So that would be really great. In fact, and Dawn, who is working on the Muppet car with us, flew through and went, hey, hi, just wanted to say hi. And I'm like, oh, great, Dawn, let me introduce you to these other Muppet people. And I turned around and he was gone. And so he ran off to meet some of the Diz nerds. And I'm like, I wanted to introduce you to these people. You could spare 2 minutes. And then, and I actually spent a fair amount of time trying to track Dawn in the park. I went to the other picture at the flagpole. It's where we met with the other dads and things, and that was nice. And so wherever that picture ended up, I'm in there somewhere. Okay. And talked to lots of other costumers, many Indiana Jones costumers. One of the Diz nerds came as Hammond from Jurassic Park. That was a nice
Oh,
change.
yeah.
And then there were lots of steampunk, lots of, airship pilots and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And anyway, I talked to Don, and Don's like, hey, we're over at the Plaza Inn. We're getting ready to leave to go to Small World. I'm like, great. So I ran over there. One of us butt dialed the other one, and he's like, I'm here at the Plaza Inn, and I showed him exactly where I was. I'm like, I'm at the exit. Come meet me. And I wait, and nobody's there. And so I sent him a note going, where are you? He's like, oh, we're over by Small World. I'm like, oh. So I run over to Small World. I can't find him. He's like, we're by the band. And so I go walk by the band and hang out with the band, and then the band leaves. And he's like, oh, we're in line now for Small World. And it was like one of those things. And I'm like, ah. So I'm like, I turned to the people, because I saw them in line, and I walked past them. There was a fence separating us, like 3 feet. And I said, do not move. I will be right there. And they moved. And so when I finally got to where they had been, the people were standing there, and they had seen me trying to get through. And I'm like, if those guys ever get lost in a forest, they're going to die, because they don't stay in the same place, which is what they tell you to do. It was pretty amusing eventually. But, oh, my gosh, so much sun, so hot. I got a sunburn. I got low-level sun poisoning for sure. And then weed smoke. People were smoking weed in Disneyland. And that was it. And so I was out of there by 4 o'clock. And I was going to stay a little while longer, but I'm like, ugh. And so I sort of had to bail on everybody. And I felt really bad, but it was just the worst. And you were saying, Jeff, that you ran into weed smoke yesterday, too. Coming home from the park.
On the way home.
Yeah. And I don't know what to do with these guys, because they just trigger my asthma so badly. And I'm like, hey, you can get high all you want. Just do it at home.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one of those bubble wands, which is a thing I can have in Disneyland, and I'm just gonna follow the people who smell like weed around and blow the bubbles in their face.
Oh my gosh!
Like, you have weed, I have bubbles. It's pretty funny.
I saw a few people that were there for Adventurland Day because they were trying to get to the monorail, and of course they stopped. They came by first, Nemo to find it, and they were these gals were on like electric scooters or something and such. So, but I think they basically did go on Nemo first, and then they went to the monorail. Yeah.
That's cool. This is a picture. This is like sort of the group shot. I'm over here on the right somewhere. There's a dude in a fez back there. There's actually in the spot that there's a spot behind him where we are all. Let's see if I can.
I don't see a guy in a fez.
He's hard to find. He is.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he is hard to find. He's over on the far right here. But actually, what's funny is there's a woman here that looks like Colleen, with glasses back there. Anyway, Colleen saw some of us in one of the videos and stuff, and but it was it's a pretty sizable turnout, and we all rode the Tiki Room together, which was a sing-along, which I think you would have appreciated, okay. Jeff.
And I would not have appreciated.
Yeah, Colleen would not have appreciated. And I guess they do this at Walt Disney World too. I don't know if it's the exact same day on both coasts.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do that. And so this is the correspondence group, which is the sort of tight. Yeah, turn that down a little bit. Think about reels. There we go. I can never find the off thing for the reels.
I'd just like to give a shout out to Susan, who's listening to us or watching us for the second time.
Woohoo!
She came back.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This is this is at the flagpole, where everybody's over by the flagpole, and so this is a bigger group.
Yeah, geez Louise.
So it was pretty sizable,
Yeah,
and
that is crazy.
I don't know. We're over here by the flagpole, but I have no idea if you can actually see us at all. Just because so many people. It's the picture could have stood for some organization.
Yeah.
Like when we do our Star Wars pictures and things, we have a tendency to organize these in some pretty good, short people in front, tall people in back. And when we do Life Day, we do it that way too.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, pretty good. And this is, I enjoyed this more than I did Tiki Day, because Tiki Day is sort of run by a company that makes tiki mugs and shirts, and they're like a business, and that's less interesting to me than something like this. That's more of a fan organized day. So anyway, it was was pretty good. But of course, the Jungle Cruise was closed, so we weren't able to go on the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
So.
And they didn't have a separate line for people that speak Chinese.
They did not, unlike China, which had one for people who spoke English.
Right.
Yeah.
I went. The reason why Sean went off to Disneyland on a Sunday by himself was that I went to the South Coast Botanic Garden with a friend, Amy, and we saw the Thomas Dambo Trolls a Field Study, which was basically they had these giant wooden statues, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 7 feet tall maybe.
Somewhere?
I'm sorry?
The ones that are built in a forest out of like natural stuff?
Yeah, they're all made out of wood and different like types of wood, and they're very whimsical. It was fun. It was a nice, calm day, and we didn't have the kind of heat that Sean experienced because we got like a little bit warm. I was regretting not or leaving my parasol in the car when we decided to go stand in the shade, and there was a lot of shades, so it was all nice. And then we went and sat down to get something to drink, and they had milk tea, and I was like, oh yum, I got a real taste for milk tea when I was in China, and it was much like getting chai at Starbucks. It's really just sugar syrup that's kind of flavored like chai, or in this case it was sugar syrup kind of flavored like milk tea. It wasn't really like it as much as I wanted it to be, so that was too bad.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah. So it was a lot. In China, the milk tea that I had was bitter. It had bitter undertones. So like you could really taste the tea, as opposed to the milk teas that I've had here that are just really sugary. And Sean's showing some of the trolls. Yep. And Amy took some pictures of us looking at said trolls, so it was fun.
Nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's pretty
cool. Jeff, what did you do?
Well, let's see here. Not a lot. I mean, I did things like worked in the backyard again, pulling weeds and getting all sore. Same thing as usual. It's a literal wheelbarrow full of weeds.
God, that's my childhood right there. Where we didn't have grass in both of our houses when I was growing up. From 8 to like 16, we didn't have grass, and my punishment It was never we're just this everybody's helping do the yard. It was always a punishment.
Yeah.
I was always in trouble for something, and they would send me out and they're like, "You have to fill this wheelbarrow before you can go somewhere with weeds, or
Yeah.
you have to do 6 buckets of weeds." And it was just I hate gardening now because of it. I just absolutely loathe it. There's the smell of it, the everything about it. I don't want to be in the yard at all. It's really a bummer. So
dear.
you know, better you than me, but man, I sympathize.
Yeah. It's a long process. I mean, I'm conquering a chunk of the yard at a time, trying to pull weeds and leave whatever grass that might be growing there and such. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. The rains basically brought a lot of it back.
Yeah.
So the plan is, that's the plan. I'm still like every week I'm going out there and pulling weeds, and hopefully I'll get it basically at the yard conquered, so to speak, by that point, and I can start working on things like, grass.
Right.
Yeah.
Actual gardening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this past week I had issues with one of the medications I take. I've missed taking it for about 2 days, and so I had a fun reaction for that. It was like unintentional depression. I mean, I wasn't actually depressed, but it felt that way.
Right.
So yeah, so that was loads of fun. But I also had things like I had like lightheadedness and bad headaches, much like you folks you were saying you had. But then I had I got my throat started getting raw and scratchy and such, and
That really sucks.
really tiring early. So yeah, so the next, what was it? On Wednesday, I went to work. I didn't want to because I felt horrible, and and because that was happening. And then this morning, I woke up with another horrible headache, and whatnot. But so I'm taking medicine for it, which is over the counter stuff. But and so I'm not like coughing my brains out right this moment. So
Well, that's good.
go team.
Woo!
Yeah. And then another thing I found was that when I was working at Nemo, one of our first friends, who was initially from the Philippines, he went on the ride, and he said, and I didn't recognize him, and he recognized me as he was walking into the boat because I was at the hatch. And he's all, "Jeff, oh, hey!" And then he, and it's Nino. Let's see if I can put this right. Nino Noel Rebueno. I think that's how
That sounds right.
His last name. I don't know. And he so he went. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." You ran into him, and and then he, on the way out of the boat, he gave me another challenge coin.
Oh,
So I
neat.
don't know if it's possible. See, I'll put it close to the camera.
Yeah, back it up about 3 inches. There you go. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's
So
terrific.
that. And on the other side, it says Philippines Garrison.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So pretty cool. I was like, "Oh, thank you." But
Excellent.
It was, it needs to have that, but it was also nice to run into him again. But I just he was,
Well, and congratulations to him because he just got married a month ago,
yeah,
which is
Yeah.
pretty great. So
yeah.
Who is
so
this?
they were.
I didn't hear his name.
he's one of our local 501st guys
Yeah,
who is from the Philippines originally.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Nino. Nino is who it was.
Yep.
Kit probably knows.
Very cool.
Kit, I'm sure knows him too. So, but yeah, that was the big thing. I guess the two big things. Oh, and then of course I worked on Tuesday, so I got to not necessarily see him, maybe a little bit from the back, but Richard Blade, because he's there today.
Right. Richard Blade.
The second
K-roll.
batch of this thing. But they redid the Tomorrowland stage in the image of Videopolis. So Richard Blade was there, and he was the DJ and playing all these 80s songs and such. So it was really cool. I could hear most of them, but not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah, so Richard Blade was like a staple of LA radio in the 80s.
Yeah.
He was there, I think, when at KROQ, which is 106.7. I think he was there when Cassandra Peterson was there on the air, and he became like the sort of go-to cool guy. He's English, and so playing all the new wave music was really cool. And then as time went on and we sort of got out of all of that, he started doing like the 80s lunch hour on the station, which was great. And so, him coming back to do this was pretty nifty.
Yeah.
And it's I would have liked to have seen him to do it, but
Okay.
the event, which is one of those Disney After Dark events, had like $160 ticket, and
Yeah.
everything I've seen from the event looked like it was really fun. It wasn't crazy busy, although the thing that is funny is that we're mid-50s, going on 60, and the people that I saw who were there at the Tomorrowland stage dancing, and I use dancing in quotes, in front of Richard Blade were like all older folks, which was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And then they had young cast members up on stage dancing with him, which was really, really funny because we're all older now. But basically what they recreated there was our grad night, because when we graduated from school in like 1984, 85, 86, that was where we went after graduation. We went to Disneyland, and we got there at like, I don't know, 8 or 9, and we stayed there till like 2 in the morning. And it was great. So on that, I wonder if they have just, maybe they've done this already and I don't remember. I wonder if they've just run an 80s grad night, because I feel like that would have done better than just like, this was the 70th anniversary night where they did a bunch of things from across the history of Disneyland, but didn't go far enough for me. Like, for example, one of the things that might have been a pretty good selling point is if they had taken the Princess Pavilion, which used to be Carnation, and put a live band in there and had swing dancing in there again, which
that would have been amazing.
Which they can still do because they could just move the benches out of the way. That would have been super cool, because that would have epitomized the 90s when we had the Neo Swing revival, but it also would have epitomized the 50s and 60s when they had real swing bands there. So that was something I'm surprised that they didn't do. Who knows? But
there's always things that they could do a little more of, but it just happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to sit here and armchair quarterback this kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
I mean, when they have the Sweethearts Night, which was February, they had like the front half of Herbie the Love Bug parked by Autopia, the exit, so people go behind it and sit there and take a picture like they're in Herbie the Love Bug.
Oh, that's cool. I know that this time round, and I probably know the guy who owns it too, they had the Pizza Planet truck out in front of the Alien Pizza restaurant. And they had some electrical parade floats, like they had the turtle and the snail out, and you could go take pictures next to the turtle and the snail from the Main Street Electrical Parade. And they had lots of little things like that, and lots of characters. Like, and I don't know, I haven't done enough research on this. I don't know if they were mannequins or they were cast members, but they had characters from the Carousel of Progress.
Oh, okay.
To take pictures with.
They also had
cool.
the monkeys from Fantasmic.
They
Were
did.
from what Jungle?
The Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Yeah, they were.
Oh yeah.
They were on a. They were on a float. In Fantasmic.
Yeah, they're on one of the rafts, the Tom Sawyer rafts, that take you over back and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Kit sent a picture over of Richard Blade, a sort of link from his Facebook here, which was pretty cool. Like all the CRTs up there,
Yeah.
and then he apparently also came and took pictures with a lot of people after the fact, in between sets, and
Yeah.
and in the sense that, does it show in this picture? What you can't see is that Richard had a second DJ with him.
Yeah.
So he was hosting and maybe doing a little DJ, but there was a secondary DJ that I think was spinning most of the tunes, which was cool. And
Yeah, two guys up there.
yeah, this is encroaching on Jeff's territory there.
Yeah, if that was from Tuesday, I could be in the background. Who knows?
Right.
But yeah. I think Monday. Did I work Monday? Yeah. Yeah, I was after work. I saw them setting up the stage. I'm like, why are there so many CRTs on the stage? What the heck's that about? And no clue that they were putting that there. I thought they were trying to, they were going to try to convert the Fantasyland stage over, and bring that.
That's where it should have been, because that's where it
That's where
actually
Videopolis
was. But the problem is
Yeah.
they're converting it over to the Bluey stage right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think it's ready for prime time. I don't think people can be there. It's funny. There's a picture here of Richard Blade, and he almost looks more like Bob Gurr than he does Richard Blade, which is pretty funny. Yeah, a lot of people posted their own little
Yeah.
pictures and things, which is very cool. But there's I don't remember where I saw a picture of the Carousel of Progress people.
Yeah.
And I've only seen one picture, and that is why I do not know. Oh, no, they look like humans. Okay.
Yeah.
I found a
Kids said
picture.
they were cast members.
Yeah. Here we go. So here's a picture of the Carousel of Progress guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And
really
that's kind of cool. That's sort of a cute thing to do.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Had some other characters.
Were they official characters, or was it someone who dressed
No,
up?
they were official characters that you could take a picture with. And apparently it was so lightly attended that everybody got in and got pictures with just about everybody they wanted without having to wait in a terrible line. Here's Colleen's monkeys from the float,
Yeah.
which were cool. They're all neon.
Yeah. Remember that. I mean, I was working at the park when they first put that thing in, so.
1992 is when Fantasmic went in, and Colleen and I went to a preview of it where they hadn't quite figured out the fire yet, and we got pretty toasty when we were in the front row, and when they lit that thing off, the dragon shot fire. Oh my gosh, we could have toasted marshmallows. It was something. Yeah, they had Merlin. Was kind of cool. Although he's looking a little Harry Pottery here.
Yeah. A little bit. But,
Tiana, pretty good. Hawkeye. Now this is over in DC. I think I got into somebody
evidently. I don't know.
directory.
He kind of looks the part.
Yeah, well, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I know.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, it looked like fun. I like that sort of thing. I just don't like the price tag.
Yeah.
And it's, when you have already purchased an annual pass.
It's a good deal if you're going to go to Disneyland once a year.
Yes.
I think that I would seriously consider whether I needed a full day at Disneyland or if it would be better to go when it's so much less crowded and just do the evening entertainment for one of these evening events.
Okay, yeah.
So.
That's understandable.
Wow.
Should we move on to Star Wars?
Surely.
What are you wowing about?
Don said over in the chat that he went to Knott's yesterday, and there was a huge band and choir that showed up, over 100 people strong, that played on the Crazy Kirk stage.
I don't know what a Crazy Kirk stage is.
And Kelly got sidetracked by last week's show.
Okay, so Star Wars birthdays, Jeff?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm pulling something up here. There we go. Let's see. We have our first one, which is well, I mean, it looks like it looks like it is, and I'll just say his name that way. Don Franks.
Mm-hmm.
He was the voice of, let's see here, Jan Tosh and the Gear Kaibo. It's just evidently where they probably got Kylo Ren from, but Kaibo Ren Cha in the Droids cartoon. And X Mark Dulak and some other things in Ewoks too.
But a bunch of character names that
that
we don't recognize.
Yeah, all from
I thought it was just me.
the old cartoons.
Right. No, it's not.
Yeah.
I have like no
But
idea.
he has 191, 191 credits. So he has other credits just in that, so
As
it's
a voice actor in a lot of cases. So yeah.
yeah.
He was in Heavy Metal.
Yeah. He was Sabretooth in the X-Men cartoon, the popular one from the 90s.
And something called
so-
Puppets Who Kill.
Yeah, see? Yeah. So there's a load of stuff. He, 13 episodes. Oh, what is this thing? 65 episodes of he was in Babar, the British cartoon
As whom?
about the bear. Well, it just says voices, so I think he just kept going. They kept putting him in different characters, but he did them like for 65 episodes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Characters he was, yeah. So yeah, he's done a lot.
Garbage Pail
Or did-
Kids, Captain Power,
Yeah.
Care Bears. 40 episodes of the Care Bears.
Yeah, see, dude.
Now I got to see what bear he was.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't say. It just says actor.
Mhm.
Generic
Exactly.
bear.
Yeah, and he was on Mr. Rogers as Mr. Nobody, or Mr. Anybody, not Nobody, Mr. Anybody on Mr. Rogers.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Although for some reason they spell it Mr. Rogers without two R's. It's like Mr. Rogers.
That is officially
Yeah.
the title of the show. The
Yeah.
R's run together for some reason. It has
Yeah.
always driven me
So,
crazy.
yeah.
For somebody
so-
who has a show based on education, drives me mad.
Yeah.
He was also Dr. Claw in Inspector
Mhm.
Gadget.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy had a
Oh, he
pretty
did,
great
yeah.
career.
Yeah. He had a lot of stuff there, He worked quite a bit, So that's pretty damn cool.
Excellent. Oh, by the
Yeah.
way, they did eventually fix. I
Mm-hmm.
think when Mr. Rogers went on to PBS, they did
Yeah.
eventually fix the Mr. Rogers neighborhood. They made it separate words instead of
Oh, okay.
Mr. Rogers.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I gotcha.
I think
Yeah.
other people complained. I was 1 year old. I could not complain.
Yeah. Second birthday and last birthday. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I was given something. Rosie, bye.
This just in.
On February 28th, 1940 is when Jim, I'm going to say Bakey, because I'm really sure it's pronounced, was born. He did he did artwork for Star Wars Empire's End, the comic series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then if you look him up, he didn't just do that one. Obviously, he worked for quite a few others. 2000 AD comics, and and he also did DC comics and such. So, yeah, he was rather busy. Star Trek, for that matter. Holy crap! Yeah, so you know all this stuff.
There is an appreciation, it says, written by Alan Moore, who of course did the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, among other things. And he said that he first ran into him when he was a 12-year-old monkeys obsessive, when Jim was handling the comic strip adventures of that transatlantic faux Beatles ensemble.
Yeah.
Which was in 1966. And
Okay.
then he goes on to write a whole big tribute to him where he did 2000 AD, which is a very British British comic, U.S. Agent, all sorts of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. I think they worked on something called Skids together quite a bit. So
oh, cool.
which is also from the same company that did 2000 AD and stuff. So,
Oh, right on. Yeah, 2000 AD was essentially the heavy metal magazine of Britain, and it was where Judge Dredd came from.
yeah, exactly. And he worked on that too, just not with Alan So that's it for that. Regular history stuff. We have February 27th, the year 2000, the Magic of Myth Museum Tour, open in Minneapolis.
Which was a touring exhibit. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
We saw that in San Diego. It was largely Star Wars costuming, and then talked about the hero's journey. It was very very focused on that, and it was a really neat museum exhibit that was unlike anything we had really had from Star Wars before, and of course coming when the prequels were coming, it was great. I think I saw it in 3 different cities.
Wow.
San Diego and Chicago, and I think one more. And of course, it was at the Smithsonian. I think is where it started.
Okay. Cool. The second one is March 2nd, 2013. Excuse me. Is episode of the final episode of the Clone Wars before they made more of them, for the Disney Channel. Is when Ahsoka walks away from the Jedi Order.
Yeah, that girl. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And our last one was March 3rd, 2018 is when the series finale for Rebels had aired.
Well, that's cool. That is my favorite Star Wars cartoon.
Rebels was really good, I think. I did enjoy it. And I didn't even mind Ahsoka in it.
The original trilogy is getting re-released again.
Yeah.
Aren't they doing this for like a big anniversary coming up? I feel like
It is the
They've
50th
been talking
anniversary
about
of
this for a
Star
long
Wars
time.
next year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's from what I understand, it's the not special edition.
Right,
The
but
one of the earlier cuts.
so what I understand is that they're going to do an earlier cut for the 50th anniversary, but these 3 movies being released are the special editions, which is what I think. So,
Yeah, exactly.
it says this week, several Star Wars themed websites noticed that Amazon had a pre-order for a brand new Blu-ray release of the original trilogy, A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. Sites also noticed that the runtimes lined up with the special edition versions of the film.
Ooh.
So
that's weird.
that is the thought.
I'd rather get the, much like everybody else, would like, can we get the Blu-ray of the original trilogy before the special edition?
Well, I mean,
not cool.
we haven't had it on Blu-ray, but we've had it on DVD. I will show you. This article is on Gizmodo, by the way, and I will show you the
apparently
cover
there
art.
have been 10 re-releases of the original trilogy since the late 1990s. That's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot, and and like Disney had to re-release them, and of course technology changed where it's. I mean, honestly, I don't understand why we're not just getting 4K versions of the movies on a memory chip at this point.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Blu-ray plus a digital code, so there you'll be able to watch them digitally, and they're going to release them in this boxed set, which is fine. And if they throw a bunch of extra features and stuff in it, and these are what we call perennials. They know that when they release them, they will sell. Somebody will buy them. There are people who are completists. Some people like I don't have any Star Wars on Blu-ray. I only have it on DVD. So that's a possibility. But every time we get these special editions, and it's fine. But what we really want are the original versions, and we got those to a point. We got there was a DVD release that I actually went to the Virgin store on Hollywood Boulevard with some 501st and Rebel Legion people, and we did promotion for them all day. And they released a version which we had to buy. They didn't even give to us. Boo. They did a version of like the special edition on disc, and then the special features disc was an old version of the film. And so the non-special edition version of the film. But they didn't go like you and I, Jeff, we went to the Visual Effects Society and we saw the as old a version of Star Wars as they could come up with to show us before they showed us Rogue One, and then they showed us this really old version of Star Wars, which was pretty great. Yeah. And it really just makes a difference. But I would like to see a technologically restored version of the film. Even though we don't know how far back they're going to go. They need to not say A New Hope. They need to not say Episode 4. There's a bunch of things that I'd like to see. So.
Yeah, this is true, but you gotta wait, I guess, until Disney decides we're gonna do what they're gonna do.
Well, and Talon Thorne is talking about having versions of the Laserdisc, and so the interesting thing about the Laserdisc, Laserdisc still has A New Hope and Episode 4 and that kind of thing, but the films were THX certified before they put them on the disc, so they cleaned them up as well as they could for the resolution of the Laserdisc. And it is like the last release before the special editions, I think. And so I actually have the Laserdiscs over here, and I have no Laserdisc player. But I also think I have a copy of those that, like Talon Thorne, were burned to DVD. Somebody did a transfer of them. Yeah. So, but, I mean, how many copies of Star Wars can you have? Most people just want the VHS, and I've gotten rid of my VHS tapes long ago, even though they're apparently worth quite a bit now to have them on VHS. People will pay for quite a bit. So
kind of weird.
We have a lot to talk about on theme parks because there was a lot of news while we were gone. And so we're going to go and pick up some of the stuff that we missed. So some of it might be news that's been out for, 2-3 weeks, and some of it might be new.
Right. Yeah.
The first thing we'd like to talk about is generally at Disney parks. The Disney parks blogs had an article on why guests keep complimenting Disney cast members. And basically it walks you through how to compliment Disney cast members using your mobile app.
And why you should.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, it's Disney tracks these things, and in most cases, when you issue a compliment, it finds its way to people somehow. Sometimes it's just printed out as a slip, and you get a little slip. Sometimes, I know some departments will print it up in a nice little certificate if it's a really nice comment. I've talked to cast members who've had it in a wide variety of things. You said you got a compliment, Jeff.
Yes.
How did you get yours? How did they deliver it to you?
Well, when I find out, it's normally through we have a cast members have an app we use that so if we want to get our schedule instead of try to go through a computer at work, we can pull up our schedule and then several other things. So that's what we use. Trying to find, there we go. And So I'll have a little notification if I have something there, whether it's news or something. My inbox will tell me, hey, this is what you have, and that's how I find out if someone did. You know?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to find I took a picture of it and sent it to Abria because I was like, and whatever, like this is I got this. But I'm trying to find it. I can't seem to find it.
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel like I am excluded from leaving compliments for you. Like, hey, I like that Jeff guy. I feel like I can't do it. There is an article too about the most complimented Disney World cast member over at Disney World who he was a PhotoPass, I think, and he
Okay.
They made him a Walt Disney Legacy member, which is it's the blue badge.
Yeah.
That you get. So that was pretty great.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, and he broke the record for the most Disney World cast compliments with more than 1,000 compliments just in the app.
Damn.
Yeah, so that I think that got him the award.
Yeah.
Of course, he's PhotoPass. He deals with so many people, and he gives people something tangible that they get to take and remember their experience with. Not everybody gets to do that. It's like, like you, Jeff, usher people on and off the ride safely. Sometimes you drive the sub, whatever you do. You're not like leaving people with stuff typically. Although I've known you to hand out stickers and do puppets and things. So
Yeah. That's at Nemo. That's definitely what I do. I have the Bruce the Shark puppet, and we talk to the kids and stuff, and
That's
give
fun.
people help people that are looking for things. Like it was back in January of this year that I got the guest compliment.
that's great.
And I'm not really sure what specifically it was about. It's their comment is a little more general about it, but yeah.
Well, whatever it was, it's a good way to start the year, and that they took the time out to do it was great.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's pretty
fantastic.
cool.
Kelly says that the compliment
thanks,
should be
Don.
delivered via song and dance, like a
Okay.
singing telegram.
Yeah,
And it should be done at the attraction in which you work around all your fellow cast members, so you're horrifyingly embarrassed.
oh man, can you get Jane Wheedlin to do it?
That would be
I am your singing telegram. Bang!
cool. Moving right along.
Doo-ga-dum.
Disney wants to reduce guest phone use during the day with new technology. This is a story that apparently came out in December, and I don't understand because Disney just spent like the last 5 years trying to get us to use their phone apps.
The app.
Like
And
heavy push and like games and all
Right.
sorts of things. So
well, and the
what?
story we just talked about requires you to use the app to leave
Right,
a
because
comment
if you
for your...
if you try to compliment a cast member at City Hall, they will redirect you to the app.
Yeah, you can still do it, by the way. It is possible.
But we have been redirected to the app.
We have been
at City Hall
rebuffed, in
before.
fact. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. So, but
So it's wild that they're now saying, "Oh, we should try and get people to not use their phones."
So basically, this comment comes from the president of Walt Disney Imagineering. So he doesn't run the parks and things like that, and he went on vacation recently and went, "Oh my God, everybody's just on their phone and it's really destroying the experience." It's a tough call, and hopefully people are using their phones responsibly. I make a distinct effort to not live my vacation through my phone, even though I take a lot of pictures.
They're actually suggesting that instead of using your phone, that you get smart glasses.
Are they really?
Yes.
All right. Well, Problem solved.
Right.
But
just make it more in your face.
right, well, but the problem too with smart glasses. So I have video glasses, which allow me to shoot video of what I see. So wherever I turn my head, it takes video of it, which is great, and I appreciate that. It's like having a dash cam on your car. Wherever you point your car, it takes video. Smart glasses have screens in the lenses that give you information. So your texts show up there, your map shows up there, whatever you happen to be doing that you would normally look at a phone screen shows up in the lenses. I would think that would be a terrible distraction at Disneyland.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, I could completely see somebody walking off the monorail platform because they're reading something on their glasses and whatnot. But, and I don't think that Bruce Vaughn is the guy who's saying this. He says every time you have to look down at a device or phone, it breaks that spell. I don't think having smart glasses is going to be any different.
No,
I feel like
worse.
it's going to be even more because they're saying that, like, if your kid wants to get a product, you could use the smart glasses to look up the product.
Yeah.
Which,
I think they should just
use our phones for.
I think they need to just sort of expand more on their on the Magic Band use and what it can do, as opposed to trying to do this other stuff.
I think that would be terrific because really, if you could walk up and, like, you already use it for PhotoPass, you use it to get into the park. Why can I not buy stuff on it?
Because like in Florida, that's what I think they were trying to do.
Yeah, they have all sorts of uses for it in Florida, and they just. I had been told by Imagineers a while back that they were never going to do Magic Band at Disneyland because it just didn't have enough integration with rides and with things like that. And they did make it so you can use Lightning Lane or Fast Pass, whatever you want to call it, to get into the rides, and you can get in and out of the park, and it has some interaction with the parades and the water shows and the rides, and you can do the bounty hunter thing and whatnot. But compared to Florida, it's terrible. It doesn't have much at all. Let me jump in here real quick and remind you guys that you are listening to Sci-Fi.radio. You are watching Facebook and YouTube and Twitch, if you can see our smiling faces. And this show is called Docking Bay 94. I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby.
This is Jeff Solo.
I'm calling Kaylee Crosby.
Kit is working our chat room here and does our Facebook page and social media and our show document and things like that. Thank you to Kit. Say hi to her over in the chat. And we do this every Thursday night for 2 hours, and we start up on the second hour now. But just to close out what I had been saying before I interrupted myself, I think this is silly.
Yeah, it is.
I agree. It's silly.
Oh well, but the guy went through the trouble of like making an entire video of it, and so here, see, this sounds a little dodgy to me. This almost sounds like product placement.
Yeah, probably is.
We have a friend who just retired, by the way. Hey, Vic, congratulations on retiring from a ridiculous amount of time working for UPS. Our friend Vic wears a pair of Meta Ray-Ban sunglasses and uploads his life to Facebook. Basically, everything he sees. Driving down the street, delivering a package, everything that he does, his entire life is online through these glasses. And this guy's saying, we have a wonderful partnership with Meta to leverage their Ray-Ban smart glasses for guest-facing applications and behind-the-scenes design applications as well. They have cameras, microphones, speakers, and for our guests, it allows us to put a virtual theme park guide in their ear. So it sounds much more like it's more convenient for them. It sounds like they've got a deal with Meta. It sounds like whatever he's getting excited about makes things easier for them, not necessarily for us. Because unless they're going to hand us a pair of these $400 glasses, no.
No.
Exactly.
No thanks.
This is something that has already happened, I believe. If it hasn't already happened, then it's happening like right around now. But the art buses with access to Disneyland is going to shut down service, which is what people use in lieu of a lot of hotel shuttles, and some people use it to get to and from the faraway parking lot.
Yeah.
What's that parking lot called?
Toy Story?
Toy Story.
They will still go from Toy Story, apparently. It's everywhere else that they're going to shut them down for, and it's apparently at the end of this month that they go down.
It's happening soon.
March
so
31st.
I think a lot of hotels in the area are going to have to get shuttles.
Something's going to happen, or people are going to have to hoof it. Apparently, they have been losing $730,000 a month.
A month?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And
it's interesting that they didn't start by raising the price.
Right. Well, I mean, it's certainly free to go to Toy Story, and I've never taken it anywhere other than Toy Story. So I don't know,
well,
but
if they're
the city of
losing
Anaheim.
money, like Disneyland would be charging them, because clearly Disneyland's going to have to pay for them now that they're canceling the bus line. Disneyland's going to have to keep that, and so they'll have to pay 100% of it.
Right.
Whereas before, it's just interesting that they didn't raise the prices, and maybe they attempted to, and maybe it was being taken advantage of by the businesses in the area, Disney, hotels, whoever, and as a free thing. And so now all of those businesses, including Disney, are going to have to step up and do something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, their own, basically, yeah.
And this says that they have been doing this for 3 decades.
Crazy.
Oh,
and so they're considering it a wind down. It's a really short announcement. But basically March 31st is when there's going to be conclusion of service. And it says that there's going to be some transition, but they haven't said what they're transitioning to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it goes to the convention center, it goes to the parks, and the hotels and things. And so...
Well...
So,
the parking garage they're building will just have a walkway, and I don't know if it'll have a tram. So they won't and they're gonna, I think the idea is that they're taking out Toy Story to make something else there. So there won't really be a bus situation.
There won't be a need
that.
for it.
Right.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume they'll just keep the cast member ones or something that we.
Oh, they have to. They have to keep the cast member ones. But that's not an art bus, is it?
Or they can move
like
where
an
the
OCD
cast
bus.
members are going to be parking, but they will still need to transport them closer to the park at some point.
Yeah.
There are 25th anniversary happenings at Disney California Adventure, Disney Grand Californian Hotel, and Downtown Disney. I'm just gonna run through these real quick. It's not like we need to show all the pictures of whatever food they have. They're Soarin' Over California is going to be back.
It's
right
already
there.
back.
It's back until July 1st.
Yeah, Judy and I were on it
Nice.
already. In fact, it broke down in the middle.
Wow.
Where we stopped moving. So the movie kept going, our seats stopped moving, and then it took them a little while to release us to get back down to get off the ride. I've never had that ride break down on me before. Was weird.
Yeah.
And then last time I went by it, people were walking out of it because it was broken down again.
Yikes.
Yeah.
They are offering a Mickey Wheel popcorn bucket, which is really expensive but kind of cool.
And it's sold out in the first weekend.
And did Judy ever get hers?
Nope.
Or
Nope.
so still sold
And now
out.
they're averaging about $175 online.
Weren't they like $75 in the park?
They were $59, I think.
Oh.
I think they were $60. They interact with every parade and ride the way a Magic Band does. And so like World of Color and things like that, they light up and do stuff. They were pretty great, and I'll tell you that the last time we were there, so they went on sale like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They sold out. They came back briefly Monday. They sold the rest of them. Tuesday, when we were there, they were completely out, but they were what they call trespassing people off the property who were selling them in the esplanade between the two parks. So people who had bought, like, you're only supposed to have a limit. You're supposed to buy like 2 per person. But it's sort of 2 per person every time you go through the line. So somebody would buy 2, give them to their friend, go through the line, buy 2, give them to their friend, go to the line. And so people were walking out of there with 12, 14, 16.
And
they were selling them.
Who doesn't realize what the Mickey wheel is that it's the Ferris wheel with the giant Mickey mouse face on it.
Yeah, that was noisy.
That was weird.
Sorry, I was going to show a picture of the wheel, but it turned out to be a video, and it got noisy. And,
it's a video. Yeah.
On February 8th, they gave out a California Adventure commemorative map. Sean got one of those. And
I did.
Are they done giving those out? It was just like a week?
It was like 2 days, and in fact, because we were not there on one of the days, they were handing them out, and they also had like a button, I think, that they were doing too.
No.
We went to what they call, they don't call it City Hall there, they call it
Main Street Police Station or something?
No, it's like community
It's in DCA.
Center or something like that. Yeah, it's something like that. And Civic Center or something. And so we went there, and I said, hey, guys, I am so very sorry we couldn't come here on the right day. And do you happen to have a button and a map? And she said, well, buttons, no. Maps, yes. And so so I managed to score not only a map for myself, but I managed to score one for Eric, who loves maps of the park. So I have one for him next time we see him.
Speaking of Eric, he just said that he was on the Mickey wheel when it broke down, and he was on the top.
Oh, but were you on a swinging car?
Ooh.
Or were you on a stationary car? Because I can get stopped at the top with a stationary car. If I were stuck at the top in a swinging car that kept rocking back and forth, no.
It was a standard car. And how long were you stuck, Eric? Because, that could get... I could see getting scared after a while if you're up there for too long. And I'm assuming that they didn't have to rescue you, that you just, like, eventually they fixed it and brought you down. 15 minutes.
Oh, that's not
That's
bad.
not too bad.
Not that bad.
Yeah. And I've seen 1941, man. I know how bad that can get.
Right?
Oh, man.
The other 25th anniversary things are they've got Humphrey the Bear at Storytellers Cafe. And I had to be told who Humphrey the Bear was. I didn't remember Humphrey the Bear.
Yeah, Humphrey the Bear is a really old school...
Goofy and Donald Duck cartoon character.
Right. He was sort of a foil for them. And he's kind of a deep dive for Humphrey.
There is also a limited edition 25th anniversary pin for the Grand Californian Hotel.
That's cute.
Oh my gosh, hang on. I have to interrupt to tell you guys that Eric says they spun the wheel after 15 minutes. They spun the wheel using manpower. And that's how they got off. Wow.
Crank
Kinda
it over,
cool.
Bob.
Kind of cool, but oh my gosh. I want to know, how many people did that take? Or is it just like,
who knows?
Once you get momentum going, it's good.
And did they play the Song of the Volga Boatman, or did they play like a Disney tune while you did it? That's what I want to know.
Talonthorne remembers the cartoons with Humphrey the Bear.
Yeah, I mean, we grew up with him. He was just this weird kind of guy, and I don't think we ever really knew his name. It's not like they went, it's Humphrey the Bear. He was just like a bear that always showed up.
And then
It was the bee cartoon. There was an episode of, there's a cartoon where Donald Duck had a honeybee farm.
Yeah.
And Humphrey kept coming over to steal honey or whatever. And the ranger said, was the one who go, Humphrey, get back over here. North
Right.
America.
I'll show you guys
nature, yeah.
a picture of the costume of Humphrey the
I love
Bear.
Okay, so
you
more
go.
more updates from Eric on the manpower for the Disney wheel.
The Disney Wheel Saga.
He says they had 4 people at each post and slowly pushed the wheel around, stopping for each cab. The wheel is just
Yeah.
that well balanced. Wow, that would have been kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Right.
That's pretty
it's
epic.
a break in your day, so it wouldn't have been cool if you were only there at Disneyland for your one special day ever. But
Yeah.
You know,
pretty cool for a regular.
For 15
Visitor.
minutes, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a certain cachet in getting stuck on a ride, because anybody can go, oh, I went to Disneyland and I rode It's a Small World, and then it's another thing to go, oh my God, I rode It's a Small World and I got stuck in the Japanese section for 45 minutes.
As Sean speaks from experience.
I do, yeah, that was me.
The only ride I've ever broken down on was Mr. Toad's. We broke down in hell.
In hell, of
Yeah.
all the
It
places
was
to
very
break
warm.
down. Oh, it was hot and sweaty and sticky and blah.
Okay, getting back to the
That's
25th anniversary, there are, other than the pins, there's a bag that says Downtown Disney District that doesn't really look all that.
It's
Special.
basic. You will notice though, and here I'll show you guys the picture of the bag too. You will notice that
Humphrey was not in Country Bear
No, no,
Jamboree.
no.
he was not. No. This bag is very much in keeping with the mid-century modern.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't really look old to me.
Yeah, it's got a kind of a 1950s vibe, but it's nothing special. And it's exactly like all of Downtown Disney. They've taken so much character out of it, trying to
I don't
rebuild
see
everything.
how that celebrates the 25 years. It doesn't make sense.
I-
Anyway,
I don't know.
They
It's just
also
'cause it
have
is.
specialty food and drinks at Downtown Disney, just various stuff. And then they try to sell you some vacation packages.
Right.
Yeah.
Cha-ching!
Yep.
Exactly. Let's see here if I
And
can-
then we've also probably talked about this, but Fairy Tale Weddings is adding both the Haunted Mansion courtyard and Disney Destiny's Haunted Mansion parlor for weddings. They're very expensive. You can have a small number of guests, and they happen very early in the morning. In the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland.
Right.
I do not know
Yeah.
when they happen on the Disney Destiny. I would imagine
Yeah.
you could do it at any time of day there.
I feel that these really need to happen like from 10 to midnight or something like that. Because doing them in the morning is just like, bleh. But, I mean, it's very cool. I would love to officiate a wedding at the Haunted Mansion. I've done some Disney weddings. I have never done one like that. And that would be super cool as an officiant.
So for the courtyard itself at Disneyland in front of the Haunted Mansion, you can have 25 guests. It comes with an officiant, a little bit of decor, photography, and transportation to and from one of the Disneyland resort hotels. You can also get married at Magnolia Park Terrace, which is just steps away, they said, with a different view of the Haunted Mansion.
Oh.
And then they don't get into details about the wedding at sea. So I imagine
Okay.
that's a much easier as far as time of day.
Oh yeah, that's got to just be, we're going to close it down
Yeah.
for that.
and I would imagine it's less expensive.
But yeah, it doesn't say. There's a link here. Here's a whole article on the Haunted Mansion parlor. Let's see if it says anything. No, it doesn't. It talks about how spooky it is. It could be creepy. Before and after the ceremony, you can enjoy everything Disney Cruise Line has to offer. Well, duh, you're trapped on a ship.
We're going to bar you from everything we have to offer.
This is starting in May 14th with the voyage out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And yeah, there are no other real details here. It's still very vague. They may not have nailed them all down yet. Anyway, yeah, if you do a wedding in Disneyland, by the way,
tell us about it. We want pictures.
you can request an efficient hint.
Yeah.
And
Please request Sean.
I work for free. Yeah, but you have to request it through me. You have to say, I'm bringing my own efficient.
Yes. Okay. Downtown Disney items. The first one is new. That just happened this week, and that is that Earl of Sandwich is hiring 14 new roles at their downtown Disney location in preparation for opening in what used to be the La Brea Bakery. No, not La Brea Bakery.
It's not,
It's the CNN building.
It's not. No, it's not where I thought it was.
Oh, it isn't?
We thought it was going to be above what is now the Lululemon store in the ESPN building, and that is not true. When Judy and I were there yesterday, there is sort of a food courty building, and then there's a Marvel store. There is a super expensive Disney store, and then there's another 2-story building that they're building next to that.
Oh, that makes sense. That's what this picture looks like.
Right, and that's what it, and of
And
course
it's going to be a 2-story Earl of Sandwich.
Right, well, except the top part is called the Carnaby, and that is a Wolfgang Puck restaurant, I think.
Ramsey.
Gordon Ramsay?
Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, Gordon Ramsay. He's one of those famous chefs. Anyway, so here's your picture, which looks nothing like AI at all. That's going to show what's going on. I always liked the Earl of Sandwich, both when it was over by the theater and when it was in the La Brea Bakery. It had a lot of character. This is boring as heck.
Yeah.
And it's as boring as that bag they were offering for the 25th anniversary.
That Bagoo bag?
Yeah, and I gotta say anyway, though, that Earl of Sandwich is really borderline for me because they were dead to me for quite a long time because they got rid of my favorite sandwich and Colleen's favorite salad. And if those things don't come back to the menu, I'm not going to walk all the way over there. I've gone to Earl of Sandwich because it was convenient. Now it's not convenient. And so I'm not going to walk all the way over there to do it.
So take that.
Yeah.
There is an updated Downtown Disney logo for the 25th anniversary, and we saw it on the boring bag.
Ugh. Really?
So, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I see where they're putting it. Okay.
It's really unpleasant. Here,
I don't know if it's unpleasant.
I'll show you guys. It's
not exciting.
It's just like, why did they bother? It's like somebody forgot to pay the typeface bill, and they ended up with crummy fonts. They're like, well, we own that D, but what do we got to do about the rest of the letters? It's like, it's a total snore fest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not impressed.
Now that we've all snored. Moving on to Disney California Adventure. This week they released what the SipnSavor prices are going to be. And they are, for a 4-item pass is $34. And an 8-item pass is $64.
Okay.
Or an 8-item pass for a magic key holder is $59. So I would recommend get together with your favorite magic key holder friend, get the $59 pass, and then split them up into 4-item passes. I don't think you can actually do that, but I think like you're not allowed to take it off or something like that.
Yeah. But you can be the person to just buy food for everybody, though.
That's true.
And that's acceptable.
Yeah. True enough.
Yeah.
So that is if you want to be part of the Food and Wine Festival. And then they released information about new breakfast available at Pim's Test Kitchen.
Oh, wow. Go get breakfast. Oh, good.
And they've got chilaquiles, And they've got French toast, I think. It's a video, so I'm sort of guessing here. Cookies and cream cold brew.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go give that a try. Although Colleen gave me another drink. This is formulated French toast. That's what you're seeing now. Which
that would probably be better.
A lot of cream and stuff on it, and some sort of drink. It's got bacon on the toast.
Yeah, except for the bacon part.
Right.
Well, maybe they have vegetarian
Oh,
bacon.
this is syrup. There's some sort of fruity kind of syrup, blueberry apparently, which I can get behind. I'm not a maple syrup guy. I like maple, but I like a fruity syrup better.
What was it? Formulated French toast?
Formulated French toast, yeah.
Let's see.
And this was the this was the toast, and then the
it's raspberry syrup.
Verdi variant chilaquiles.
The formulated French toast is $12 at Pim Test Kitchen. It is a smoky, savory, and sweet breakfast dish featuring challah French toast topped with bacon, blueberry-flavored popping spheres, whipped cream, sprinkles, and syrup. A little bit too much sugar.
Yeah, a lot of sugar. In fact, I was just like, "Where are you out?" So, anyway, could be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, this one.
And in older news, so I'm sure this is something that everybody's already talked about. Hawkeye is now meeting guests at Disney California Adventure, which I thought he always was, but I guess I'm wrong.
I don't know. I've got.
I think it was a performance, but
yeah, I think.
Like he was on the roof, but he never came down and took pictures.
Right, he was like doing a thing. I got a picture here. He's. I mean, where are you gonna find somebody quite as ripped as the movie character?
He's probably just one of the princes, but
Right. He's okay. It was funny when Colleen and I were in Hong Kong.
Weird.
We went to the Marvel experience, which had a take a picture with Spider-Man and be Iron Man in this VR Iron Man armor thing. And they did a bunch of things like that. And they had not one but two Hawkeye arrow sets, which I thought was interesting. They had like a movie one and a cartoon one or something. They were slightly different, which was kind of interesting. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't go with the TV show costume that he ended up with. But,
yeah, I kind of liked that, or maybe even sort of the Ronin sort of.
Yeah.
Eric says Hawkeye was walking around way back when it opened.
Yeah, but he wasn't. I don't remember.
It was a different costume, though.
And I don't remember him being there for pictures. I remember him being part of activities.
Yeah. Huh. In news that is not news, I just wanted to share with you guys my new vase, which is actually a cup that I bought while I was in Shanghai. There's a Pixar themed restaurant in Tomorrowland in Shanghai. And I got this it's a little drinking cup. It had some sort of blue drink in it. And now I'm using it for flowers on my desk.
I think that's a good solution because you really wanted the cup, but you weren't really sure what you wanted to do with it.
Yep.
And I think this is great. It comes with a little square lid on it that makes a noise. It makes like a comic boing when you bounce it or something.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty decent use for it, I think.
Yeah. Moving on to Disneyland Park in Anaheim. There is an article that is from 2 weeks ago. Excuse me. I'm getting an ad. So hang on a minute. Getting an ad, and it won't let me look at the article that I wanted to look at.
Which one are you?
It says no makeover for Tomorrowland.
Oh, it's
the Orange County Register.
OC Register, which is really hard to get to.
There was a Tomorrowland makeover proposed for Disneyland, and Disney said no. which if I could tell you the details, I would, but Orange County Register wants me to pay, which, like, I get, but it doesn't help.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Tomorrowland has always been just a huge frustration because I think once you got past maybe the first decade of the park being open, maybe let's be generous. Let's give it 20 years.
Yeah.
It started to lose its connection to the future. And so once we got Space Mountain in the mid 70s, that was kind of it. And we had Adventure Through Inner Space, which lasted another 10 years, I think, before they got rid of it for Star Tours. And it's just, they've had so many opportunities to go back and revisit it and make it more futuristic, or conversely, make it retro futuristic and go, this is the 50s sci-fi. And especially with all the stuff they're doing in Downtown Disney where they're making it mid-century modern. I'm really surprised they're not doing that in Tomorrowland, where they're like, oh, it's the cool 50s Buck Rogers version of the future, or doing what Paris did and going to the steampunk version. So Colleen and I have been to Tokyo Disneyland, which had kind of an interesting Tomorrowland, but nothing really remarkable about it. But it was, adequate. We've been to Paris, which has had some regular Tomorrowland stuff, then mixed in with Discovery Bay kind of stuff, which was very Jules Verne and retro. And of course, we just went to Hong Kong, which had just a really boring Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
And we went to Shanghai, which really did have a land of the future. Their Tomorrowland was incredible. They had the Tron ride. They had a little sort of Dumbo-esque ride there that was the jetpacks, Raga jetpacks, the Stitch ride, some other stuff in there, a massive Pixar restaurant. And the architecture for all of it was absolutely beautiful. And it looked cool during the day, and it looked even better at night. And we need something like that in our Tomorrowland and Disneyland. It's just sad.
Yeah.
Because I love Tomorrowland, and they kept promising us stuff and then bailing on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've brought this up before, I think, but the Imagineer in charge, way back when they got the French fry rocks, when he'd put those in,
right?
Tony Baxter, he was given the amount of money for an e-ticket ride for the entire land.
Right.
That's why we got the French fry rocks. So we got metallic paint and stuff, and when it's supposed to be some steampunkish looking thing, especially with that the sculpture on top where the rocket jets were,
right?
Stuff like that.
The kinetic sculpture that died pretty quickly.
Yeah. So like all that stuff was very much like that,
Right.
But,
well, and that was a repurposing of the that kinetic sculpture was just a repurposing of the rocket jets. It was nothing amazing. I'm going to show you some pictures of Shanghai really quick. So I mean, this was super, super cool. Tron is in the background. There's this neat water feature that you can kind of walk into the middle of just to check out. It has no real purpose for it. There's like a cool rockety stage thing that they're doing Avengers stuff on, which was really neat.
Okay.
I really just sort of dug all of the stuff that they were doing with it, and like I said, it looks even better at night. Yeah. I'm sad that they're not going to do anything with it, and it's always the land that gets ignored. They're like, yeah, whatever. It's like we're going to put stuff elsewhere. We're just not going to spend any money on it. And like even the carousel building now has been gutted. It's not very useful. I guess they had some sort of advanced bag thing Tuesday but they didn't have it yesterday when we went. But apparently they were showing off some handbags that Disney's got some deal with in the launch bay because it's just a big empty space.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Moving along to changes from no changes in Tomorrowland to changes in Batuu. And again, this happened several weeks ago. They made the announcement that they're going to change the timeline in Batuu.
Yeah.
Right.
And bring in the original characters. And that is going to be starting in April. So coming up pretty soon here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting kind of thing. One of the things that we know, being Star Wars charity costumers, is that not every character is really suited to walking around in a crowd. Kylo's pretty good and has pretty decent visibility, but less so, like, say, Darth Vader. So it's going to be kind of interesting. And are we going to get a little bit of everybody? So like we're obviously getting original trilogy. We've got Darth Vader and maybe Luke.
Luke and Han.
Leia and Han are coming. Jeff and I saw a casting notice for Luke and Han.
Yeah.
But they didn't say which age when they did it, which I thought was really interesting. Chewie is sticking around. Mando and Grogu, of course, will be there. They have a new movie coming out. Ahsoka is still there. She'll keep going. R2-D2 is going to stick around. Rey. But the question is, like, are we getting any prequel people? How are they?
I don't know.
How are they going to do? And they're not retheming the land to Tatooine or anything like that.
Yeah, I would think they would go with like Return of the Jedi for the original cast because it's so close to the Mandalorian, Grogu and stuff.
Right. Well, and it's Vader is hunting for Luke, so it should be sort of Empire Jedi, somewhere around there. But the First Order cargo store, which has been languishing because they had such limited stock in there that once you bought your stuff, they were done. So when you, if you want anything from that store, buy it now, because that's going to become Black Spire Surplus, which is going to be more of a Star Warsy Army Navy store, where they can kind of have like everything. Doc Ondor's, they're going to change up just a little bit, but that's always been where you got things from all across the entire saga. They didn't play timeline in there, so if you wanted Luke's lightsaber or Ahsoka's lightsaber or Kylo's lightsaber, you could get all of those things in there because they were antiques, and then they're going to de-age the droid shop, and so they're going to offer a bunch of more prototypey looking droids in there, so that's going to be kind of interesting too. So I don't know. I mean, I like what they did. I just don't think they leaned into it hard enough.
Well, I mean, it still has. There's still room to do that.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sad that they're probably going to get rid of people like Vi Marathi, their little spy in there.
Yeah.
Even though
Vi's pretty cool.
Vi has crossover with Leia in the books.
Yeah.
Leia was Vi's sort of spy master in the books.
I liked Vi because Vi could really interact with the kids and not be as immediately attacked and glommed on by so many people.
She didn't have baggage. She had a character, but it wasn't like Chewbacca who gets mobbed or Rey who gets mobbed because of who they are. Vi was a character that could come in and tell a different story that involved kids right away. So Vi would like help hide Chewbacca or get the kids to distract the First Order, and she could operate in a way that the other characters couldn't because she wasn't a celebrity character.
Yeah.
And that's, I really hope they don't get rid of her because I like her. I think she serves a really good purpose. And on top of that, she's pretty much the only person of color on the planet.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see her go because of that too.
Yeah.
She was originally supposed to give you the briefing in Rise of the Resistance.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then
I didn't know that.
they decided to make it Rey instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is really a bummer. So I hope that she gets to stay. She's really one of my favorite parts of the land. Even though I say 2 words to her when I see her, because she's not for me. She's for the kids.
Yeah.
I sort of
Yeah.
acknowledge that she's there, and she's great. But I absolutely adore her.
So another change
Yeah.
that's coming to Batu, and apparently has been being tested for a couple months, I'm not sure, is that they're on Rise of the Resistance. No, hang on. Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have a double rider line now. So where you enter to the left of that, there's a screen, and sometimes it will say single rider line, and then sometimes that'll switch and it'll say double rider line. And during a day, it might switch back and forth between single, double, and
Oh.
you go in, you skip the whole opening part where Hondo hires you, but you get the cast members. If they have 4 people, then they'll pull a double from the line. If they have 5 people, they'll pull a single from the line.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it really helps to even things out.
Judy and I have already taken advantage of this, and it's worked out pretty well. Of course, anytime you use the single rider line at all, you run the risk of just being an engineer.
You pretty much are almost guaranteed to be an engineer.
Unless you can sort something out with the other people who get brought in as the crew, you are going to be an engineer. But that said, and they'll probably, when the ride changes, they'll probably get rid of single and double rider for a while when they make the ride into Mando and Grogu, which is the next iteration
I
of
feel
it.
like they won't because if you have, I mean, they're going to have to stand in front of the line and say, are there 2?
But they do that
Yeah.
anyway. They've always done that.
They-
And
yeah.
where it's like, do we have 2 people, and then they work their way from the line.
Yeah.
And because when they change the ride film, everybody's going to want to be on it, and
Yeah.
entire families will go on to the single rider line. That happens all the time. Space Mountain, oh my God, 6-8 people who all know each other go in the single rider line.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it only makes sense because Sean and I went on single rider in Shanghai on the
Yeah.
Zootopia ride.
Right.
But I mean, it wasn't a big deal because you stand together in the whole line and then you just ride separately.
Right. But anyway, so the single rider line will be massively impacted when they change the ride.
Yeah.
So I could see them just sort of closing it down for a while because they didn't have a
Yeah,
single rider
so-
line originally to start.
So the engineers will be able to take care of Grogu apparently during the one with the Mandalorian. So they have a little more of a
Something better to do.
job. Yeah, more of a job to do than just
Okay.
click.
Well, that'll be
Yeah.
cool. It's I think that the double rider line works pretty well. And like I said, you can negotiate with the people who are there who are like, I just want to watch the ride. I don't want to play it. And then you can
Yeah.
switch for them with the gunner or pilot or whatever. And it's a pretty decent thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then the final thing for Disneyland Anaheim is that they fixed the bridge effect in the Indiana Jones ride.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
are a whole bunch of things that
It's broken for a
have
while.
been broken on that ride that I wish they would fix. One of them is the 3 different rooms you go into. Now it's done with projection as opposed to making it look like the doors are moving, which is a real bummer.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is the giant rope bridge where it used to shake and the ropes used to move and it looked like the bridge was collapsing and you had to drive off of it. That hasn't worked for a really long time. And so...
Fixed.
Yeah, and so that's kind of nice.
At Disney World Resort, the Garden View Lounge has a tea experience now. They're doing an afternoon tea that is looks to be Alice in Wonderland themed.
Cool.
Cool, yeah.
With little treats that are in the shape of little hats and flamingos. Were I close to Walt Disney World, I would perhaps look at doing this. However, I haven't looked into doing it at Disneyland, and they also have a tea, so there's so much for that. The Stardust Racers trains and high winds don't mix. I don't even know what Stardust Racer trains are. Oh, I'm sorry. I have the wrong park on this one. This is something at Epic Universe.
Oh, okay.
And it is a roller coaster. And apparently the cars on this roller coaster had to be pulled into the station by a crane.
Oh.
I don't know
Holy
whether there
crap.
were people sitting on it at the time.
I don't know.
But yikes.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture, and it does kind of look like there wasn't a way for people to get off of it.
Ugh.
Damn.
Interesting.
Wow.
It's one of those sort
That's
of like
weird.
side-by-side racing coasters, and it looks like people got stuck. Yeah, they didn't make it up over the hill is what happened. The winds kept them from going up over the hill.
It's said that they don't know how long the train recovery efforts will take or when it will reopen to guests. But again, this was from several weeks ago.
Wow.
January 19th.
Something sort of closer to home while we're talking about Universal. The park at Universal Studios Hollywood is testing the Fast and Furious drift coaster. They've been testing it for a while with wraps over the cars so that you couldn't see what the ride cars were. They've finally taken those off, and each of the ride cars look like cars from the Fast and Furious movies. So you've got like the Toyota Celica and you've got Toretto's car, and you've got all this kind of stuff that's like if you know the franchise, you know the cars. And it looks kind of interesting. So Colleen and I went on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train when we were in
Hong
Kong. And that had a thing where the train moved like a regular coaster, but the cars were on a little rocker.
They swayed.
And so, so you could sway back and forth.
Shanghai.
Oh, Shanghai?
Yeah.
Okay. And so when you look at these cars for Universal, these cars spin while you're on the track. And so they spin to the right and the left like you are in a car drifting. It's really kind of interesting. I don't know if you have any control over that or not. It's likely to scare the crud out of a whole bunch of people.
I don't know.
So anyway, it's a really neat kind of thing. But they finally took a wrap off of it, and they're running it, I think, for promos right now. So if you're a Universal Studios Hollywood person, you might want to look into that.
So we have a headline that says ice at Epcot in Florida. And
Yeah, not the right ice. Not the other.
Not the bad ice.
Yeah, not the bad ice.
It meant that their fountain froze, not that people were being arrested and thrown into.
The one in front of Ratatouille completely froze up, which was kind of it. There was a whole cold snap there at the beginning of February that the temperatures had dropped to freezing, which is really unusual in Hong Kong. But we had friends who were there at the time. When we were in Shanghai, we were wet and frozen. And when our friends were in Florida, they were wet and frozen. And it was really bizarre because we weren't expecting it.
Disney World Paris has released an updated map of Disney Adventure World. which is more detailed than the previous map, but still not hugely detailed.
Yeah, this is the replacement for their sort of MGM Studios thing that they had there. Colleen and I did not go to this park because
it's the only park we haven't been to now.
It just didn't look that interesting when we were there, and people were like, no real reason to recommend it.
Well, and we also, it wasn't like we had 2 days to go to Disney parks at the time. We had 1 day, and we had to choose between Disneyland Paris and Disneyland Hollywood Studios Paris.
Right. So currently it involves the world of Frozen up at the top, which looks very much like what we saw.
Don't go on the sliding sleighs
in Asia. Right, the shortest ride ever. Adventure Way, which gives us no real information on it.
It looks kind of marvelly.
It does contain.
Interesting.
It is next to the Hollywood Tower of Hotel, which is interesting. Which is next to.
Actually, it kind of looks Pixar-y with all those colors.
Yeah, it looks more like that.
Oh, there's an A. There's a Marvel
A.
Right.
Right. But there is an Avengers campus that is not part of.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So
weird.
There's an entire Avengers campus that's going in, and they have some Avengers stuff kind of anyway right now. What's interesting is that the helicopter landing pad says Friday on it, which was one of Stark's AIs. There's the World Premiere Plaza, which is going to still be like old movie stuff, and the water tower and that kind of thing. I think they have a Carthay Circle kind of theater there, which is interesting. And then the other side of it's going to be Worlds of Pixar. There's also a Disney animation thing on that side that they'll do, but the whole Worlds of Pixar ride area could be kind of interesting. If there's sort of like a little Toy Story area and things like that, and that's actually a pretty sizable area. They've got like a Cars racer.
They've got the RC racer.
Yeah. And
ride
so basically what I'm seeing is a lot of stuff from other parks getting thrown in here.
Yeah.
And we'll have
Can't tell if that's the off-road thing they're putting in Florida that they're putting there too, or if that's.
It looks more like that than regular Radiator Springs racers.
Yeah.
It looks like the off-road thing. Anyway, it'll be interesting. It can't be any less interesting than the last park, which didn't interest us enough to really feel bad about missing.
We only have a few minutes left in the show. I'll do a speed round with you guys so you can grab one topic that you wanted to talk about and didn't get a chance to. Jeff, you want to start?
Golly. Okay. Yeah. This is not a theme park one. This is different. There's a documentary coming out, and I put the teaser trailer up in our trailers, and it's for the Puppet Nerd. And it's basically biographical documentary of sorts about him, Adam Cringer. He did a lot of puppet work and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. So I definitely want to see it. I think it's just going to show on YouTube because that's where his he did all his little how to make puppets videos and such. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's that. Yeah.
Sean, you want to take whatever topics you want and wrap us out?
Yeah, I got a couple of things here that I had sort of teased. One of the things that happened before Adventure Day happened was somebody tried to do a MAGA Patriots Day. They had a really low showing. I think they decided at the last minute that it probably wasn't a good idea to do a takeover of Disneyland. It was a well-promoted thing. We reported it on the show before. And the pictures they took of the people who actually made it looked like it was just sort of an extended family reunion on the front steps of the train station.
Pretty much.
20
people.
The other thing that was happening that day was and was scheduled independently of that, but became more militant once they found out that MAGA was going to show up, was Mini Gay Day, which was sort of just like an unscheduled gay meetup thing, and they had considerably more people than the Patriot Day. So anyway, so that was kind of interesting. Also, the Brady Bunch house is up in North Hollywood. It has become a pilgrimage place for people who grew up watching television in the 70s. And in fact, there was a television show that was done by like Home and Garden or something like that, where they redid the inside of the house to match the original sets, which never happened. Like they just made up things, and they managed to somehow shoehorn it into the house. So that house is now being given historic cultural status, and along with the Hollywood sign and the Chinese Theater building and the Griffith Observatory, it's now a protected city landmark, and they cannot significantly change it. It must remain looking like the Brady house from the television series, up to and including the interior, which the Home and Garden channel redid to match. They give tours of it from time to time, and it's pretty amazing. And then the very last thing that I had teased that we did not talk about was Disney is doing a thing called Songs in Sign Language, where they're going to put on Disney Plus a sort of sing-along thing with three animated musical sequences that are shown in American Sign Language, or ASL. So if you know ASL, you'll be able to see The Next Right Thing, which was in Frozen 2. We don't talk about Bruno from Encanto, and Beyond from Moana 2. And so they're working with the Deaf West Theater here in Los Angeles, and they're trying to take these songs and make them even more accessible than they have been in the past. Cool. And so they're using the sign language almost as dance, where it is conveying emotion and concept instead of being a word-for-word translation. It sounds really neat. I'll be interested to see it. Of course, it'll be on Disney Plus, so if you have a subscription to that, you can check it out. And it's heartening in a time when all you hear about is people squashing DEI stuff. It's nice to see this surface. So thumbs up to Disney for doing it. Or how do you say thank you? It's off your chin, I think, to say thank you in sign language. So there you go.
Yeah.
3 minutes. Anybody got anything else?
I wanted to talk about there was a YouTuber that was supposed to be interviewing Ryan Gosling on a press junket, and he was on a bus coming back from the Grand Canyon, and the bus broke down. Oh no! So he got off the bus as they're waiting for help, and he dialed into the press junket and interviewed Ryan Gosling from the side of the road. It was amazing.
That's
because
awesome.
The interviewer kept trying to interview Ryan Gosling, and Ryan kept saying, "Are you okay? Do you need like a blanket or some water? Is anybody stopping to help you?" It was so amazing. Look it up. It's really fun.
That's really cool.
That's nice. That's really cool.
What about you, Jeff? You got like one last thing?
Yeah, sure. Why not? It's one of the many things that keeps happening. But Bill Duke got a star on the Walk of Fame. That's pretty cool.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. I mean, I'm mostly familiar with Bill Duke because he was in the original movie Predator, with Arnold Schwarzenegger and whatnot, and he was one of the I don't know, soldiers, if you want to call them that, soldiers for hire, so to speak, that were going into this jungle to do what they're going to do. But I guess there's other stuff, of course, like He was in the remember the movie Car Wash? He was in that. I don't remember, but yeah.
I remember Car Wash.
They list a few here, but yeah.
Okay.
He was in the Black Lightning TV show. Nifty. I gotta go find where he was in that. I've seen
Cool.
a few episodes.
And what you doing this weekend?
What am I doing? I don't really have a plan. I'm off. I'm off work today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And because if I'm feeling better by Friday, hopefully, I'll just do something on Saturday or something. Probably pick up a shift for all I know. But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Aubrey's like, nope, he's staying home. I'm like, okay.
And you have something on the calendar, Colleen. What do you got?
I'm just going to my dance class.
Oh, okay.
But Kit has something.
She does indeed.
It's Kit's birthday.
Woo!
Happy birthday, Kit!
Happy birthday, Kit!
Woohoo!
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I am going to the Inland Empire Strikes Back, where we are putting Road Squadron cars on display, which should be pretty good. Dawn is going, Brent and Tim and myself and Kiefer.
Nice.
Is it Kiefer is going?
Nice. Kiefer's bringing it. Cool.
He's got a brand new car that I don't think he's displayed yet.
No.
And
I think it's based off of like Anakin's.
it's a pod
Pod
racer.
racer or something,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing it. Who we are not going to see is Afonso, who just got engaged. So we don't get to tease him
Aw.
about just getting engaged. So,
Yeah.
But anyway,
I
we'll
haven't
give
seen
you
him forever, man.
we'll give you a report and let you know how that all
Yeah.
goes next week. If you have been listening to us
Okay.
on sci-fi.radio, thank you. Go to sci-fi.radio. That is the URL. Check it out. We've got news stories and all sorts of shows across the entire week. I have a morning show I do every morning from 9 to 11. Jeff sends me a birthday list, and I play music from birthdays and music history and things like that just for fun.
Yeah.
So you can join me there. You could be watching us on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube. If you are allowed to like or subscribe to any of those things, please do. If you're already doing it, thank you. We're very grateful for you guys doing that. Otherwise, we will go off and do exciting things. You also, please, go do exciting things. We love hearing about what you do over in the chat and how you weeks were and what you've done. That's been really cool. And we'll compare notes next Thursday when we do this all again.
I'm calling Kaylee Crosby.
I'm just a Donoho.
I am Sean Obi-Shawn Crosby. As always,
May
the
May
Force
the Force
be with you.
Be with you.
All right, we'll give a little credits over here to you folks on the video side of
Good night,
things.
everybody.
By video people.
Good night, folks.